you ready? I'm Van.
I'm sorry.
That's Booby.
And Julpy and Ghosty and an old Red Bull that needs to get thrown away.
Metallica!
Yes.
Van, we haven't done it in quite some
This is
time.
Metallica. It looks like it's some kind of a live version.
It's a live version as well, and Sean doesn't get blocked.
That's a very clean live version, you know?
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't get blocked.
I know.
It's a day that never comes from the record Death Magnetic.
As we've told you before, we have a $75 partner tier where if you want to hear us, watch us, react to a band or song of your choice, then you send us the link and jump on Patreon for $75 a month and you can get this. Christine is actually the one that did it this time. Ugh, I've been getting so grossed out by pictures lately. I know it's only a fingerprint. I have to show you the thing that my mom sent me that grossed me out. Anyway, okay. So anyway, if you're interested in doing that, you can go right ahead. Christine was really sweet, and I'm sure she would not want us telling people this, but at the same time, it was so sweet. She partnered with us to have some reactions done, and then for 2 of the reactions, she was like, don't do the reactions, just take the money for a date night. Isn't that sweet? Yeah. I told the kids, and Zoe was like, oh, you guys have some of the sweetest people. It was really cute.
I know.
It was nice. I told her I really want to meet her. Hey, whose is that? Oh, I didn't know we had this.
Yeah, that's the super secret thingamajiggy.
It's obviously extremely secret because I just realized it's here.
Yeah. Shout out to Zonia. Much love to you, sis. You know we got your back.
That's
100%.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about. You and the entire BB throwing gang signs up. You know what it is.
Oh my God.
Black people are so funny. We're like, you know what it is. Most people are like, what the hell are you talking about? Nobody knows what it is. What are you talking about?
But Zonia knows what it is.
You know what it is, man. For Italian topical political commentary, you can hit us up in Middle America with Vin and Sori. We will be tracking the latest crisis in the world. Good night. But we have metal, dear friends, to get our minds off the BS and so we could enjoy one another and love one another and not kill each other, huh? How's that? The day that never comes, Metallica, let's do it.
Go. Yes, it's been so long.
This is almost certainly going to be blocked.
Wow.
Kirk freaking Hammett.
It's just out there like this.
you around. Better just stay down. You pull away, he hits the flesh, you hit the ground. I'm so full of lies, tend to block your eyes. Just keep them closed, keep praying, just keep waiting, waiting for the war. The day that never goes. Woo! When you stand up and feel that war. But the sunshine never goes. No, no, the sunshine never comes. Push you cross that line. Stay down this time. Hiding yourself, crawling yourself. You let your
right into Master of Puppets.
Nice.
Yeah. That's kind of like old school. Kind of had a little bit of one flavor to it. You start off clean, and then it escalates, and then you got the breakdown at the end. The Deathman. When did this come out? 2000.
I would not know.
2008 looks like. Okay.
I liked it when the three of them were facing each other like that. That was cool.
Nothing like a live. It's impossible.
I'm ready for another show.
I know. I should have some good news for you soon. Well, you also you've been doing some work of your own there, Missy.
Yes,
So we've got some pretty cool interviews for you. You know, I was thinking that we could.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's,
Yeah. What a great idea.
I have a break. I have a great break. Oh. Mashallah. Okay. Okay, so what do you think of the song?
What did I think it was about, or what did I think of it? I liked it. It probably isn't like one of like their most, I don't know, aggressive songs, but we haven't had Metallica in so long that, and obviously I'm still considered new to this type of music, so it's hard to like remember all of the Metallica stuff. I can't believe that there was ever a Metallica song that I didn't really like. Like, I think that as I'm hearing
when
more...
we were doing the Unforgiven, like, trilogy or quadrilogy or whatever.
Oh, yeah, no, I
Remember
know.
Countryalica? Although, I didn't like Countryalica, you did, though. Remember when we had the whole Countryalica phase?
Yeah.
You actually liked it,
Yeah, but
though.
wasn't there a Metallica song that I was like, nah...
I don't think so.
Oh, it was only Megadeth?
It was Megadeth. You
Oh, I thought there was a Metallica one that I didn't really like, but I just think that they're very, very talented, and I wondered, like, okay, again, I don't know who these people are. This guy, who's this? I'm
That's
sure he's
James Hetfield.
Okay, James Hetfield, and then who's this?
Are you serious?
This younger fella.
The younger guy. He's I think it's Robert Trujillo. He took over Trujillo, I think his name.
Yeah.
He took over for Jason after Jason left. So
I wonder how
Cliff Burton was like the guy, and he was really the highest talent in the band once Dave left, and like they were coming up with like Master of Puppets and all that stuff in the middle and everything. Like he died in a bus accident. So I actually have a book where somebody sent us a book last year where they were like going through it and the history of that, and then and they never really dealt with his death. After that, Jason took over.
Yeah.
And they just put him through the ringer. Like
Didn't they put him on silent?
Yeah, they hazed him, and the first record he was on was the Justice for All record, which had my favorite Metallica song, well, second favorite Metallica song of all time, which is One. And they completely, but they just treated him horribly even outside. They never stopped hazing him, basically. And he couldn't do it anymore, so he left.
Yeah.
And then this guy came in, so he's like the newest member of the band, but he's been in for almost 15 years now. And then, funny thing, his son was like 11 or 12, and Fieldy from Korn like had to go off and do something while he was on tour, and his son came in and filled in for Fieldy.
Oh, yeah.
True story.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, actually.
Yeah.
Stadium, this is pretty ridiculous,
I mean, it's Metallica, man. Like, these guys are like...
What?
These guys are...
Yeah, did you even see, like, look at these people right by the edge here.
Yeah, like, it's no joke, man. Metallica, that must have been a crazy atmosphere, though, because it's like a Coliseum type of situation.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. The biggest show I've actually ever been to, really, was Giant Stadium. And it was Metallica. It was Giant Stadium in New Jersey. And Tattoo the Earth. And, I mean, it was... Metallica, Seven Death, Slipknot, Slayer, Mudvayne, Hatebreed, nothing. I mean, everybody. It was a whole day affair. But yeah. So anyway, so what were you saying about the actual song itself?
Well, I mean, again, as I always say, it seemed like can you pull them up?
Yep.
That's not it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. Born to Push You Around. It sounded like a relationship. Again, surprise. It sounded like a relationship.
Well, I
just
actually
wasn't
agree with
sure.
you. I actually agree with you. Definitely is a relationship song.
I'm not sure what type of relationship. If it's Born to Push You Around, better just stay down. You pull away. He hits the flesh. You hit the ground. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a male-female relationship type thing, or I don't know if it's like a parent-child or what type of relationship it is.
Okay, so this thing keeps saying son, S-O-N instead of S-U-N, and my computer's too slow to check to see. This I swear the sun will shine. This I swear the sun will shine. Let me see. I swear.
It was sad though.
Why?
I don't know, just putting somebody through it. I think I might have been influenced by the show that we've been watching, and I'm not going to say, well, actually, I guess it doesn't really matter because by the time this comes out, we will have finished it. Oh, no, because I don't want it to be a spoiler for anybody. Okay.
Correct.
So, in the show that we're watching, the brother suffered abuse as a child, and the parents didn't protect him from that, and they didn't protect his mind from that and stuff. And so then in my mind, it puts the parents at fault too, that the parents are also abusers because they didn't protect their child from abuse. So that's abusive. So the parents were abusive to the son, and then the sister is always trying to protect the brother from what the parents did, but at the same time trying to keep the family together.
Yeah.
So when this was playing, again, we just watched that last night, so that was kind of like in my mind, like, if this was a situation where, born to push you around, better just stay down, you pull away, he hits the flesh, you hit the ground. It's a third person view. That's why I'm kind of like, is this like...
Well, I mean, it could be a husband abusing a wife. Mm-hmm. It could be a father abusing his son. It could be either one of those. I mean,
yeah, but who's speaking? I'm not sure.
I mean, it could be the son looking back at his own life, speaking of himself in the third person. I mean, it could be, a lot of the times these guys, function. I mean, it's the omniscient narrator. The omniscient narrator is sort of like a literary device that's used in a lot of stories where, the person telling the story. Like when you read a story and the person's narrating, you don't really say like, "Who are you?" Mm-hmm. The guy's just basically a disembodied, narrator. So it could just be that.
Well, yeah, because if you look back lower down, push you across the line. God, I'll make them pay. Take it back one day.
Yeah.
I'll end this day. I'll splatter color on
I'll splatter color on this gray is a smart line.
Okay.
It's a very, very smart line.
I mean, I took it as like he was gonna kill them for what they had done, so there would be blood.
Right, them or himself. Right. Splatter color on this gray.
Yeah, the gray is the bad situation.
Bad situation, depression, whatever that happens, and so a lot of times people do that as an act of vengeance. Like I had a family member that did that, and she explicitly said, she basically wrote letters to everybody, and there was one specific person she didn't write a letter to, but then she told us in the letter to us that it was basically an act of vengeance against that person. So, yeah, it's basically that's why they did it. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
So it could have been that, but The Day That Never Comes is the title of the song. I guess it's one of those things where...
Well, it keeps saying that I'm going to put an end to this, I swear, the sun will shine. This I swear. But it keeps talking about this, waiting for the day that never comes, when you stand up and feel the warmth, but the sunshine never comes. Oh, I see what you're saying. Ooh.
What?
Yeah. Well, it's this third person talking.
Yeah.
If they're talking about that person and saying, look, that other person that was being abused or whatever was waiting for the day where the sun would come, but then the name of the song is The Day That Never Comes, then the day never comes for them to feel that warmth. So, did color get splattered on the gray? Yikes. Ooh.
Yeah, it's actually one of the things about like abusive people is that you always get kind of stuck in this cycle of hoping that they're going to change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I bet.
And, it's a tough thing because, especially for us as Christians, we believe in redemption, we believe people change, that God can change people. But at the same time, you know, there's also that thing where Jesus says, be wise as serpents, right? Be wise as serpents and gentle as doves. So it's kind of like,
Right.
yeah, I'm not going to say like you're the worst, most disgusting, despicable human being on the planet, although that is my disposition to men who abuse women. But if you are that type of a person, like, you absolutely have redemption and there is possibility you can change. However, what I would say, and that's me being as gentle as a dove, on the other side, though, if you're in a relationship with a person who has a demonstrable pattern of abuse and a cyclical, you know, abuse, blame-pology, basically, I love you so much, but when you looked at that guy, I got so scared and so I choked you out because of that, da-da-da-da-da. That's a blame-pology. That's not actual. And the guy, you know, and it's just a cycle over and over again. And you've got to apply some wisdom, sister, and realize that at least for you, and here's a crazy dynamic.
Or brother. I mean, that happens to men as well.
Yeah, no, it does, for sure. You know, obviously, as far as a person's life being in danger, however, as far as domestic assaults and people dying in those situations, it happens heavily.
More. Yeah,
it's rated around 95% to women.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that men don't experience it, because I mean, you know my background, so obviously that's probably one of the reasons why you said that. So men absolutely do experience it. However, it's rarely a life or death thing with men, but it is with women many times. And one of the crazy things is sometimes with these abusive guys, like, they can change, but for some reason they can't change with you. So like, losing you actually sometimes becomes the impetus to where they actually sit down and actually change. Like, there's some people, it's this weird dynamic where, and I'm saying this because I know of a specific example where a person was like one way the whole time, and then there was a back and forth for decades, and finally the thing just ended, and then the guy just completely did a 180 and has pretty much...
Really?
Yeah. So sometimes, and I just think with a lot of dudes, it's just like, they don't have enough respect or motivation to change once they've done that a bunch of times to a person, and they stay. You see what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, it just, something just happens in the mind where it's like they don't have enough respect or whatever for this person to do it, so they just can't do it with them. And so even if
that's
they're...
what you think it is they don't have respect for the person?
Well, I think it's the respect thing, and it's just they don't have the motivation because the person stayed with them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so the conundrum is...
Yeah.
You know, ironically, it's kind of like the Metallica situation. Jason left, and as far as I know, they didn't put this guy through all the hell that they put Jason through. So it's kind of like they had to lose Jason to be like, whoa, wait a second, we shouldn't do this the next time we have an opportunity to have a bandmate. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes, like, that's how those situations work.
Yeah.
And I was watching an interview one time, I think it was Lars basically said that Jason had to be the sacrificial lamb for us to get our act together as far as how we were treating people. And it was like, but he couldn't stay in there, because as long as he stayed in there, then there was no sacrificial lamb. It's just weird. I like I said, I don't understand it, but I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's definitely a tough situation. But anyway, it looks like a father-son, but like I said, it could be a mother-daughter or mother-whatever. It's just any sort of abusive relationship. Obviously, there's physical aspects to it for sure. And either the person kills himself, maybe kills the other person, or splatter the color, maybe is suicidal ideation, not necessarily I'm gonna go through with it. What did you think of like the progression though, where they started off soft?
Hold on, I wanted to talk about this part. Love is a 4-letter word, which was interesting because I mean we all know that love is spelled with 4 letters, but whenever somebody says, oh, they said a 4-letter word, people automatically think that's a curse.
Right.
A 4-letter word is a curse, so love is a curse word here. You know what I mean? It's never spoken here.
Smart.
It's a curse here in this prison.
Yeah.
So you know how like you have that idea where if you have love, it's amazing. If you don't have love, but you didn't know about love, well, you may not know what you might feel a longing but not realize. But if you know that love exists and love is out there, but yet you are not receiving it, like it's way, way, way more of a heavier curse and burden to bear when you know you can have it. It's just not there for you.
Yeah.
So kind of.
Yeah, and then you kind of abandon the concept itself so that you don't have to deal with that.
Right, and we've seen tons of people do that where they're like, oh, I don't believe in love, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it's just a way to survive the different things that have happened. I loved the progression. I thought, again, sometimes when we do these reviews and it's been spaced out since the last time I had a Metallica song, I'm just like, was it as great as I felt like it was, or was it just my experience because I haven't experienced it in a while? It just seemed like it was smooth. I feel like it was very smooth. And my gosh, like this was a live show.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to capture great sound at a live show?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
And it was open air.
Yeah.
To some degree. I mean, he had some acoustics, but it was open air for sure.
Well, I think that those were specifically built to help sound travel properly.
Right.
So that,
Coliseums,
you're probably right. Well, I don't say it anymore because I can never remember if it's Coliseum or Colisee, so.
Colisee is where we...
I know, but that's where the ice skating happens.
One of these days, one of these bands is going to come to the Colisee, inshallah. Korn came to the Colisee.
Yeah, that was a
couple years back. With my band. Okay, what do you give the song? It's a 9.6 from me.
I was going to go with a 9.3.
Good song.
I'll bump it up to a 9.5.
Solid metal. Shout out to Metallica. Shout out to Christine.
Yep.
Much love. Big sis. Vin out.
Sorry out.
Gone. Zonia legend. Heart. And BB Heart. Tell the truth.
I don't know how to do it. I should get the parts.
It's like this. We're done.
Oh, is it supposed to look like little hearts?
Yeah.
Oh, and they're beating?
Yeah.
Cute.
You're such a strange...
I wasn't there when that happened. Just when I did it, I'm like, hey, that
my
kind of looks
goodness.
like... Bye.